So what happens is, well, it's very easy. What you do is that we always look two elements at a time, and if they're out of order, we swap them. That's all. For example, let's case in first case, what we will do? 2 and 3. And what do we mean by out of order? It means that if we why out of order, what do we actually mean to say here? We mean to say here is that if we are talking about sorted, if we are talking about ascending order, it means first element of that pair should be lesser than second element, right? So what we'll do? We will compare 2 and 3. So is 2 and 3 out of order? No.
No.
3 and 5?
No.
No. 5 and 4? Yes. Yes, na?
Yeah.
So we will swap 5 and 4.
Okay.
So 4 will come here and 5 will come there. And then 5 and 6 out of order? No. 6 and 10? No. 10 and 8? Yes.
Yes.
Then I will tell you what's happening there. You will, I think, get what is happening there. So do you see what happened actually? If we use this technique, the highest element will anyway get pushed to the last place.
Yeah.
This is very convenient array. Let me just take other array where the randomness is more for better understanding. Here it seems that from one event itself, the array we can sort it. So that's not a good example to take. 4, 3, 6, 10, 5, 1, 0. Okay. So now let's consider this example. This is very convenient one. These examples are misleading. Okay. So in this case, what happened? 4 and 3, these are out of order, right? So we will just change them, right? I mean, these are easy one. That's why I'm just telling that we can finish this. So it's like 3 and 4. Then 4 and 6, are they good? They are good, right? Then 6 and 10, they are also good. Then 10 and 5, how about 10 and 5? They are not.
No.
So here will come 5, here will come 10. Similarly, if you will say 10 and 1, they're out of order, right? So it will be like swapping, and then 10 and 0 out of order. So then what will happen? It will have 1, it will have 0, and here will have 10, right? So did you not notice what happened? If by using this technique, the last element will always be highest one. Then what we will do happen is we will forget this one, and again we will run one more loop, but this time from here to second last. Why second last? Because now what we have done is that we have pushed the largest element at the last position, right? Now we will do it again. Again we will do the swapping wala kaam. So 3 to 4, we are good. 4 to 6, we are good. 6 to 5, we are not good, right?
Yeah. So until until this the second last element becomes the first element, we need to keep on iterating the loop, right?
Yes. So same here. So actually here it will be like 1 and 6. So now right now what we did? Now we have pushed the second largest element here, right? So right now out of this whole array, we have last two positions as sorted, right? Similarly, we will do for this. So what will happen is that after this third iteration, what will happen? 3, 4 is same, 4, 5 is same, 5, 1 is not same. So what will happen is that this 1 will take the position of 5, and this 5 will take the position of 1, and then 5, 0 will not be sorted. So 5 will take the position of 0, right? So number will look like what? It will be like 1, 0, and 5. Now we have 3 elements sorted.
Okay.
Now and then what will happen? In the next iteration, 4 will come here.
Uh-huh.
So it will look like what? It will look like 1, 0, 4, right? So now we have 4 sorted values.
Mhm.
After this, what will happen? This 3 will come here. So like 1, 0, 3. So now we have this sorted value. And then at the end, what will happen is that at the end, we will swap these two, right?
Yeah.
So did you get how did we sorted? How did we sort these values?
Yeah.
Is it easy to understand as compared to insertion sort?
Yeah. It
Is it
is
easy to
easier
write?
than.
Is writing code
Yeah.
for this is easier than insertion sort?
Yeah.
It's very easy. Write two loops.
Just-
Simply write
yeah.
2 loops. Should we write the code for? Should we write the code for this one also?
No need. I think so.
It will very easy, right? For I to j, sorry, for I equal to 0 to n minus 1 and j equal to what? 0 to
0 to and I.
not I, not I, na, n minus I minus
Yeah,
1,
n
right?
minus I.
Because
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
always exclude the last element. And then
Yeah.
what we will do, if something is out of order, it's very, let me write, it's very easy. J will be like what?
N minus I. J is equal to 0. J less than n minus I.
Awesome. And plus
Uh,
j, what happen if? So here we will do one more thing here. It will be like just n minus I minus 1 because we are comparing two elements, na? So we like if
mhm.
a of j is greater than, we are doing j plus 1 here, right? Did you understand why did we do this? Why did we do this minus 1 wala thing here?
Yeah.
Why? Because we are also comparing to j plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't take this, then our last element will be garbage, right? If it's like
Mm-hmm.
this, we will do int temp will be a of j, a of j equal to, you got now why did I take n minus I minus 1 and not n minus I?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, that's all, we are done.
Okay.
We are done, na? We are
Yeah.
done here, it's done. So what is
Yeah.
the time complexity for bubble sort? It's easy, right? In the bubble sort, time complexity is again O of n square, right? Because we are having two loops.
Loops. Yeah.
What here we are having at gain? What is the gain here? We are not using extra space, right? We are not using extra array,
Mm-hmm.
right or not?
Yeah.
So it is better than insertion sort, right? Because in this case we are not using any space. So bubble sort is still better than insertion sort. Cool.
Okay.
You are getting a point now or not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Anyway, if you have a doubt, just tell me. If you're not able to understand, never be shy. Just
Yeah. Yeah. I got it. I got it. Yeah.
awesome. A space is O of 1, right? Extra space is O of 1, right?